What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are going to be talking about the CBO. If you don't know what the CBO is, it's just a group of people who are a bunch of idiots. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. It's the Congressional Budget Office. These people are the ones that are pretty much coming after our benefits. If you're a veteran and you've seen this all over social media, it's gotten out of hand. So the CBO came out with a report, and they've been trying to do this for, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years now. Every time they always make this recommendation that veteran benefits need to be, taken back a little bit, or let's do some adjustments, let's take money away, let's do all these crazy things to our benefits. And it's never really been taken that seriously. And I think it has a lot to do with the exposure of social media now. When somebody sees something, they make a quick video, they throw it out, and the community has done a great job to get behind it and share it and make every veteran aware. And this is that case to the T right now. The CBO came out and made a recommendation that they should cut benefits for veterans that are over the age of 65, I believe. And then they also came out and said, if you're a veteran who makes $170K a year, that they were going to take your pension away. Now, if you don't make $170,000 a year, but if you and your spouse or whoever, your household is, if they made between 125 to 170K, they were going to adjust your disability and take money away from you pretty much and give you like what they think you deserve or what you need to keep surviving. And who knows what that number could be. It could be a couple $100 because you're already making 125K, which to me is one of the most stupidest freaking things that you can do, because what if you have a veteran who can't work, who can't do anything, is at home all day, can't work because of disabilities. Now, you got to keep in mind, these are men and women who pretty much went and said, hey, right hand, send me, I will go do that job. And along the way got hurt, physically, mentally, you name it. Like we've always said, not all wounds are visible. There's a lot of guys that struggle out there that may not have any physical injuries, but struggle with a lot of mental stuff. And that's just, it's an injury as well too. Like we can't put that to the side and not acknowledge it. And these guys and gals are getting a compensation every month, and all of a sudden you take that away from them. What do you think that's gonna do to someone's mental health that depends on that and no longer gets it? We're gonna have bigger numbers of veterans committing suicide, even more they already do now. Like it's a scary thing to have something that you earn and you deserve. This is not one of those where like, well, they didn't earn it. They 100% did, 100%. And it's just a small pension. Like it's not gonna break the government. It's not gonna break the United States. But we have other fucking programs in this country that we give to, and without closing and batting an eye, we send billions of dollars away to other countries, but we can't take care of our own here in town, like in our own country. It's ridiculous. It's really, really ridiculous. And I was excited to see how it moved the needle on social media. And even so that it got to the VA director, which I'm not a huge fan of, but he came out and pretty much said, the CBO came out with this report and said that if we were to do, what they asked us to do, that it will cut the deficit by a small margin, it wouldn't do anything. But all those rumors are wrong. It hasn't made the floor in Congress, which is great. I think it's awesome that both parties are mutually like agreeing to this and saying, hey, that's not right. Like, how the hell are you gonna sit there and take a veteran's like money away who may not be able to work because of their injuries or whatever it is that they're going through? And trust me, like you literally earn your rating, because when you go to your appointment, there's a lot of things that you put you through to give you a rating, and then it goes based off your compensation, right? And they all agreed and said, no, this is not going to happen. And the VA director said, no, I don't think it's a good idea to do. I don't stand behind this. And for the first time, I was like, wow, like I'm very, very impressed with this guy, that he's having our backs for once, because we all know how much of a shit show the VA really is. I mean, there's horror stories that I can tell you, and I can go on and on and on, that I've experienced, that I've had friends that have experienced, and it's one of those things that it honestly got me really upset when they were saying we're going to take your compensation away, because I know a lot of my friends, they don't work. They can work. They depend on that pension because they can't do anything else. And all of a sudden you're going to take it away from them? It's insane. And, I automatically was like, holy shit, what am I going to do if it goes through, or whatever the case is, or I don't know. I mean, fuck, my pension helps me survive. Like I need those funds. If I'm not able to be able to do what I do, like it's crazy to think that was somebody's idea at the CBO, was like, you know what we should do? Let's take veterans' money away. Yeah. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, who sat there in that meeting and said, this is a great fucking idea? Like, yeah. And, that money that we take away, let's give it to fucking Ukraine, or I don't know. I'm just kind of ranting here, but I would love to be in the room of these people from the CBO that thought it'd be a great idea to take our fucking pensions away, our disability ratings and all this crazy shit, and take money away from elderly veterans. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, dudes that can't work anymore. I mean, you're talking about Vietnam veterans now. Dudes that got the short end of the stick on a war, that went through so much, that were, being spit on at the airport when they were coming back, being called baby killers, like all these crazy things. And, they're finally getting over it. They're finally seeing how our generation was embraced for being in the service, and how it was okay to be, an American and be prideful that we're Americans, and the stuff that we did. And it kind of brought a little light to those veterans, to the Vietnam veterans. And then now you're going to step back and take their money away and bring them back to shit that they suffered from a long time ago? Like, come on now. Come on, CBO. What are you doing? Like, it's literally frustrating to see shit like that happen. Like, let's just stop giving our money away to other countries and let's keep it here. Let's fucking help our people first before we help anybody else. And stop trying to take veterans freaking money away, disability away. Like, when I signed up, I never wanted like a, poster saying thank you, or I don't even up to today, like I still find it it's very humble experience, and I'm very thankful that there's still people that come up and say thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifices, because that's not what we signed up for. It wasn't to get that, and it wasn't, to, just feel better than anybody else. But when I did get out and sustain my injuries, there was just one thing in my mind that I wanted, and I wanted to have good health care and know that, if I can find a job, if I can, still do what I do, because let's be honest, my injuries took a lot of years off of me, and I don't know when this wheel is going to slow down. I don't know when the time's going to come and say, you know what, like, I just don't have the energy to do any of those other things, and I can sit back and collect my disability and be okay, and not, have to worry about those things. And that was like potentially could have been messed with, and it freaked me out a little bit. I lost sleep. Like it's a crazy thing, It's just something that I don't wish upon anybody, and it sucks, but. Thankfully, the VA director said, nope, not going to happen. Like, not going to happen. And we're happy about it. So if you're one of those veterans who was scared, or, you don't know what's going on, there is a video, and I will have Elijah play it here at the end, where you can see a reporter asking the VA director if this is a thing. And he said no. He shut it down right away, which was great. That was crazy. So, yeah, we're going to play the video so you can see it real quick. Yep, as you can see, he shut it all down, and I literally have that video saved on my phone because it's great. I've been sending it to all my friends that, that I see them online asking about it. I keep playing it for them so they can see it and realize that we're okay for now until the CBO comes out again and says, hey, let's give this another try. Fuck. I hope they don't, because there's a lot of us that don't agree with it, and at the end of the day, it's our vote that counts, right? So they got that to think about. But yeah, I hope this cleared it up for a bunch of you guys. Sorry for ranting a little too much. It's just kind of, like I said, it's crazy when they're trying to mess with the things that you rightfully earned. It's crazy. But I hope we cleared it up for a bunch of you guys who've been wondering what was going on. And for those of you that aren't veterans, this is just a small glimpse into, some of the things that pop up for us that we got to take into consideration and that may happen and that are out of our control. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Guys, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, click that subscribe button down below and give us a like, leave a comment. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, Crispy on.